Hey fellow targeted individuals, this is the Vulcan Wolverine. Got my EMF headgear on, and I'm ready to go to sleep. Or, well, no, it's only 8, but starting to get there. And I don't know if I mentioned this before. I know I look weird in this headgear. It just looks so weird. I don't know, but it works. Works anything to keep the EMF beams neutralized. But I don't know if I mentioned this before, because my guys, I've painted a lot of stuff aluminum. I've got my enclosure going, used the aluminum polyester. Actually painted another 2 walls tonight, and this is a house that me and my mom own, and I'm helping her with, well, not very well because of all this, but so it's a place that I can paint aluminum and just switch it back, paint some kills over it, and the kills, the stuff that you paint before that you paint in another color. I don't know if I mentioned this, but since they don't get me sometimes, they don't hit me with the beams, I'm secure in the middle of my house with my enclosure, and I'm just sitting here working or watching YouTube videos of other, people going through this, or, whatever. They start doing and I don't know how they do it, but they blow some type of poison or a toxin through your pipes. And I don't know if they can do this in apartments, but my house, it's and I think I mentioned this before, but they're really doing it heavy tonight. It's all in the back of my house and the front of my house. It smells like burning hamburgers, or it can smell like sewage, or it can smell like cooking bread. They can make it smell like a lot of stuff, and it's a toxin. You shouldn't freak out. Don't freak out, because it's not deadly. It's not lethal. I don't think. It can hurt your throat and hurt your chest. If you breathe it in, it can stop up your nose. It can do all those kind of biological things. But it's not lethal. It's not a hugely lethal thing. And what you want to do, if you do smell that, if you live in a house and you have people doing this to you, and you smell burning hamburgers or sewage or baking bread, or a cooking smell when you haven't cooked, go ahead and turn on your faucets, run the water, because it's basically a vapor coming up from the pipes in your house. And I actually I didn't ever get this. This started probably 2 months ago, because I actually referred to a consultant, and she had this being done. This was being done to her. The poison, it's all because she wasn't sensitive to the EMF frequencies, so they focused on poisoning her food and poisoning her environment. And I was consulting with her, asking her questions, and they monitor, or they can basically hear what I hear. They can monitor what I'm doing on my cell phone. And so then it's 2 days later, it started up. It started up. I smelled the burning hamburger smell. So be careful. Be careful about talking about some of this stuff. I'm kind of stabbing myself in the chest by doing these videos, because I make the guys who are attacking me more aware, and they can kind of adjust their attack to what I'm saying. But I don't care. I don't care, because like I said, I want to help you guys, because this is hard. I want to help myself, because this is really hard. I want to communicate with y'all. I think communication and getting this stuff out into the light of day is maybe our only shot. Could be our only shot, because police are involved and firemen are involved. Some of our watchmen are involved, and they're doing this kind of stuff. So the investigative reporting and getting the truth out there, and shooting out videos, it could be the only chance we have to win this. But like I said, I love you guys. That was one thing that I think I mentioned in passing. I'm like ADD, so I'll just be babbling. I won't know what I'm babbling about. But if you smell like burning hamburgers or sewage or like baking bread or cooking when you haven't cooked or anybody around you hasn't cooked, and I don't think you have to worry about this in apartments, because if they do it in an apartment complex, it'll hurt everybody, around you. But if you live in a home, be wary of that. Be wary of weird smells. And it's interesting because, like, I walked out couple mornings ago, 3 mornings ago, and there were some children waiting for a bus, and this guy will make it. He'll basically make the pipes under my yard smell full of this toxin. It'll smell like sewage, and there were kids like in the next yard. So it's like I kind of said something, like I shouldn't even talk to these dudes. I shouldn't have anything to do with them, but they're putting kids in harm's way, and they're putting animals in harm's way. It's just terrible. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not a danger to anybody, and it's just a big shadow. It's like a big smoke and mirrors where they're lying and then trying to hurt me, and it gets if they're not getting you with something, if they're not getting you with one thing, they're going to get way more treacherous and come at you from another side. They're going to saddle up and smile, and it's terrible. It's terrible. They're not going to do anything really to your face. They're going to try and be subtle and use subterfuge and poison. But that's one thing that I don't know if I mentioned, that I just wanted to mention. And I just also wanted to mention that I really love you guys out there. I know this, like the gang stalking, it involves a lot of hatred, a lot of fighting against people, beaming radiation at you from God knows where. But I just want to say I really love you guys, and I want y'all to shoot your love back, and let's all direct our love to all targeted individuals. Let's connect. Let's connect, and let's fight it. I know I look ridiculous in this. It's ridiculous, huh? It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a night, like the Knights or the stuff. But I got this. I've got a skull cap and the neck guard, which I can do this, from lessemf.com. So lessemf.com, check it out. qwave.com, check it out. Altera.com. They have some plugs, but they're very weak. It's like for weak forms of EMF, so you have to stack those plugs in your house. I would just go straight to QWave. If you have money, I get a personal defender or a tabletop defender. The personal defender is $300. The tabletop defender is $500. But less EMF stuff is really cheap. All of the clothing. And you can get curtains. You can get RF blocking curtains from Less EMF. You can get a hoodie that will cover your head and your body. And then you can get boxers too, which have really helped me. This guy, he does go for my genitalia a lot, so I have to kind of put, some Mylar down there, if he's really trying that. And I painted 2 more walls today with aluminum paint, and I think, I'm not sure, I've been painting my walls with aluminum paint, and I don't know if I'm just gonna go balls to the wall on this and just because my mom doesn't seem to care. Me and her, we're in a joint, she's on the lease, I'm on the lease, and I'm working for her and paying her money. I don't, she's like, just do whatever you got to do, to make it go away. So I might go balls to the wall and paint all the walls with aluminum paint, because I didn't get the original painting job done on my house because this started up, and I was painting my walls white. I was painting the lining white, and a lot of the bathroom was black paint. And so I painted over that with aluminum paint, and it looks so much better. It's like this crazy, really thick black paint. So I'm just painting over all the ugly. You know, and that's God at work. You know, I also had a 401k when all this started that I didn't even know about. So if you pray to God and you really trust in His helper, the Holy Spirit, or whatever your religion is, trust in that God and look inside of you for what He's given you. You'll find a solution. You'll find a solution because He doesn't want any of us to be in this situation. Like, He's a good, merciful God, and He's put a lot of soft-hearted people, I think, in this situation with these gang stalkers. But I don't think we have a lot more time until like a lot of this gets out in the media, in the public. You know, so just hang tight. But I do want to show y'all. Like I put some more paint in my outer room, what I want it to be my media room, but plans changed. I had plans to have a media room, a kitchen, you know, a dining room. This was going to be my dining room. This was going to be my kitchen, but is now my sleeping quarters, which I use as a kitchen also. Now this back here, this was going to be my guest room. And as you can see, there were kids that lived here before, and they painted the walls like so ugly. So I hadn't even gotten a chance to paint over that with white. So, you know, painting aluminum in this room wasn't so bad. You know, it's painting over kind of ugly painting jobs. So this was going to be my guest room, but now it is just a place. Like, I think my parents are going to store some stuff in my media room, my guest room. We're just going to use it and kind of just survive as a family. This room was going to be my media room. I was going to have it half computer stuff and half my painting stuff. I was going to have half of it my writing, because I'm writing a book, and then I was going to have it half just painting, watercolors, and whatnot. It was going to be a half and half, but now it is painted with aluminum. These are the two walls that I painted. And I'm really, I'm kind of painting right now utilitarian, like I'm using it as just to block them out. So you see it looks really ugly, the upper part and the lower part, you know, they're not painted. So I've got to go back and paint that. And I will do a video. I'll go around the outside of the house and show you the siding that I painted also with aluminum paint. But they're hitting me pretty hard, and that's another thing that I put in one of my videos. When I started doing these videos, they started slamming me. I mean, the guy is just like, you know, he's defaming me and calling me crazy and stuff like that. But it's like when I started doing these videos, he went ape doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? He just, like, this is scary to them. To be in, they're trying to do everything with anonymity. We're in the shadows where nobody knows what they're doing. So if you bring them out into the light, or there's a threat that this is going to be brought out, they go crazy. They go crazy. So if people are, I don't know, the organized gang stalking, like following people around and stuff, I don't have to deal with so much. He may be doing it. He may be doing that, but I don't notice it. I try not to give a care, because anybody who's going to trail somebody else just to freak them out is a loser. But what was I saying? What was I going to say? Yeah, so I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, okay. What was I talking about? See, that's what this EMF radiation does to you. You just kind of forget everything. No, but I'm saying, like, I don't have a lot to say about that. I just have a lot to say about the two people, you know, on the side of me doing remote neuromonitoring, hitting me with EMF beams. But yeah, the organized gang stalking part of it, I don't really know a lot about that. because like I ignore it. And I think that's the best thing to do for any of this stuff. Like if you try and yell at them, or you try and if somebody's following you around in a store or something. Like I think I had somebody at a CVS or Walgreens, and I think they were following me around, trying to like use the phone and stuff, and they would follow. I think, but I didn't even care. So that's the best thing to do with all that. Like if they follow you around or do caravans on you or anything like that, the best thing to do is just not to care. And like I genuinely don't care, because anybody who's into this, like I don't really think much of them. They could be doing something a lot better with their time. And I wanted to say something when I forgot, when I lost my train of thought. I wanted to say something. No, I guess that's it. Keep up the love, though. Let's send love out to each other, and just remember, because this is a lot of hate being directed at one person by a lot of people. And the best thing you can do is get love from the people that you love, and just spend time with your family and your friends as much as you can. I haven't been doing such a good job with that. I've been isolating. I'll hang out with my family a little bit, but I don't hang out with my best friend. I haven't even told him about this. So it's tough sometimes. So let's send out the love. I thought I had something important I wanted to say. That's what I had the brain glitch. There was something about organized gang stalking. Oh yeah, organized gang stalking is retarded. It's so retarded and doesn't make any sense. And it's like, don't even give it a second thought. If somebody's going to spend their day, even if they're making money, if somebody's going to spend their day chasing you around or in stores, or acting like they're using their cell phone, like and then looking at you, it's retarded. Like it's really retarded. It's a waste of life. It's a waste of time. The only thing you do by acknowledging it, like I shouldn't even acknowledge it. A lot of the stuff, like I do these videos and I'll let them know what's up because they are surveilling me right now. So I take a kind of a risk, but it's worth it. It's worth it for you guys. That's me winking like that. No, but I do it. It's worth it. It's worth it because this is a lot of crud for someone to take, and so I don't care if they up the violence on me. I've got so much stuff defending me. I got the Q-Wave stuff. I've got layers of aluminum on the walls. I think that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to say, I think I'm going to go all out. Just go all out. Paint all the walls aluminum. And if you're doing that, if you're going to take my advice and do that, if you have a house and it doesn't work, you put one layer on it and it's still kind of coming through, you can also double layer the paint to make it stronger. I guess that's it. I love you guys. More videos to come, because this is kind of my documentation. Like I was writing everything down when they first started, but it gets kind of old, and I'm just not sure that anybody's ever going to look at that. So, but I am kind of sure that people will look at this. Even if people look at this and say I'm crazy, I know the people out there who are targeted individuals can get something out of it. Use corrugated steel, use aluminum polyester. Just trying to think if there's anything else. Like I thought I had something very important to say. Okay, well, I'll just say that I love you. I love you all, and I really do. I really do. And remember that quote from V, where she says, "God is in the rain." If you can't, I've been waiting for a miracle for these 2 years. I really got into my faith about the last year of it, or the last half a year. And I've been waiting on my miracle, and I've watched Joel Osteen and a lot of preachers who they really speak to me about God giving you a miracle. And then today I saw a TED Talk by the guy with no arms and no legs, Nick. I can't remember his last name. It's like Gavulovich, or he's Russian, but it's Nick something. He's the guy without arms and legs, and he says, if you can't have a miracle in your life, or if your miracle's not coming, you can be a miracle for somebody else. And that's just what I hope I can do for somebody out there who's like lonely and scared. These people are scary. They are intimidating. Just to don't take a hypersensitive route on the organized gang stalking when you're out and about. Just go about your business. Don't even look around. I mean, unless you're looking, like, I'll look at kind of a hot girl in a car next to me, but I'm not looking around to see if I'm being followed. Just ignore it. Ignore that stuff. And the more you ignore it, the more they won't do it. The more you give them any kind of reaction, the more they'll do it. So, and that's, like, a lot of this stuff I'm saying into the camera, and so they're just like, they're listening to me, and they're like, oh, he's trying, he hears us, it's working. When I say anything, like if I say anything back to him, it's like all that guy hears that's doing this is, oh, it's working. We're getting him. But I guess that's it. If you need help, if you need more details on defense, on what you can do for cheap, get me on VulcanWolverine at gmail.com. And if you have any good ideas, like, post them in the comments, and let's start a dialogue. Everybody needs to start a dialogue on this that's experiencing it, because the more information you get out, the less they're going to be able to, work from the shadows. The less these guys are going to be able to do this in anonymity. The more we're going to be able to call the police and be like, hey, these people have microwave weapons and they're shooting them at me, and the police are going to go, okay, we'll check that out, because it's going to be more in a realistic domain. So just remember that, and pray to God, and whatever religion you are, get really involved in it, and you can get through this, because God doesn't give anybody more than they can handle. And this is like, I've been waiting for this to stop, and I'll watch Joel Osteen, I'll watch religious stuff occasionally, and it's almost like it speaks to me about weathering the storm and praising God through the storm. And I was waiting for my miracle to happen where it would stop, or I'd be able to get away from it. But now I'm doing videos on YouTube, and if I can help any other targeted individuals like me, it's almost the best thing for me, almost the best feeling, because I've always wanted to help people. As a youngster, I got Crohn's and Crohn's disease, and I've been through medical stuff, and I've always wanted to help people. So what better people than the people who are going through what I'm going through, the targeted individuals. I do love you. Know that. Like, you're going to be dealing, these guys, they don't deal in love. They deal in hate and judgment. And I wish they wouldn't. Like, I hope they hear my words, and I hope they change. Like, I've said horrible things to them, back to them, like, complaining about it. But, like, I really do. I hope that people can get past this, because it's a horrible way. It's not social control. It's just, battering somebody down psychologically, abusing them, sexually abusing them, ritually abusing them. It's not good guy stuff. It's not good guy stuff at all. Okay, well, I'm running kind of long. I do kind of like to babble, because then I find that, I'll get to some point that could help you guys, something that may switch something on in your brains that you're like, oh, well, I can do that, and get out of this situation. And that's the most important thing. That's my reason for doing these videos, is that somebody who's a targeted individual, or somebody who's dealing with satellite terrorism or remote neural monitoring can get an idea and help save them from pain. Because pain is a horrible thing for humans to have to go through, especially on a 24-hour basis. 24-hour a day torture. We don't even do that to our Middle Eastern enemies. We don't do that. We're not allowed to. But somehow, this is taking place in America, where our watchmen, our police, our ex-military, our ex-CIA, our ex-FBI, all these guys, even current FBI, current CIA, current, firemen, they all kind of have these microwave weapons, and they're hurting innocent people. And that's the danger of these kind of slapdash programs that happened because of 9/11, and you got the Patriot Act going on, and it's like everybody can just claim like, hey, nobody needs rights because we have the Patriot Act. We have to fight terrorism. So we can just use terrorism as an excuse to hurt innocent people. But just stay strong. Give me ideas too. Put it in the comments. I really like comments. I want y'all to watch my videos. I want to create a discourse, especially with the other guys who are making YouTube videos. I don't think this is an impossible situation. The technology just exists. It's just there. The microwave technology, the EMF radiation, it just exists. It's something new, but it ain't magic. It's not voodoo. I don't know about the people having demons in them or anything that are after me. I think they just see it in a different way. There's fear involved and misunderstanding and chaos. So I just want to get the word out. Even if they're going to hurt me a lot, especially if they're going to hurt me a lot, I want to get the word out to you guys and let you know what I've learned from this, and what you can do, what you can do against it. Sorry about the brain thing earlier about stopping the video. Probably not going to edit it out because I don't really care. I don't think you care either. But that's all. I love you guys. I really love you guys. More videos to come. I'm going to document what I'm going through until, I guess, they shut down my YouTube channel or whatever. I don't think they will. But I really do. I really do love you guys. And get with your religion, whatever you believe. And if you're a Christian, Jesus Christ, He went to the cross. He was bloodied and beaten. And he got there in the most horrible way. But then He rose again, and God promises that. He promises that, we'll go through pain. We'll be bludgeoned in the head by radiation, but, there will be a resurrection. There will be a resurrection, and, we're going to win one way or the other. Good wins in the end. I mean, I really, truly believe that. I believe that evil has its time, and that actually, for good to win and for good to be extra good, it actually takes evil kind of pushing it along, which is a weird kind of yin-yang. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys later. I love making these videos. It's cathartic for me because, everybody I talk to, they don't believe me, they love me, but they don't understand. And I want to talk to you guys because you do understand me. So hit me up on comments, hit me up on email, vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. If you have any questions, I'm going to try and stay in touch. I'm going to try and see what's going on in the courts, if there's anything going on in the courts with this. But right now, I think legally, it's nothing's getting pushed through. But who knows? Who knows? Just hold out. Let's be patient and wait on the Lord. Wait on good. Wait on good to triumph, because it will. And alright. I love you guys. Peace out. And I will have many more videos to come.